right. So a reflection is a transformation in which the figure flips over a line called the axis of symmetry. Ready for last time? Take the packet. So a reflection is where a transformation in which the figure flips over a line called the axis of symmetry. So just like we learned when we did transformations last week before we had this packet, we're taking a picture and reflecting it over a line, right? So we have a few examples on this page to go through together. The first and second one, we are actually reflecting over an axis of the graph. So we have the y-axis is the vertical axis, and the x-axis is the horizontal axis. So I'm going to highlight our y-axis right here. So if we're reflecting this picture over there, that means that each of the points on our reflection need to be the same distance from the line in the middle. I kind of want to make this green just to coordinate with what you'll be doing on Concam. Okay. Because you're on one of the assignments, you're actually drawing the lines of reflection, and you're doing them with, you move the green dots to move the line. Okay, let's do red. So see how this little point right here is only one away from the y-axis? So how far from the y-axis do we want that point to go on the other side? One. So I'm going to count one that way and one this way so that they are exactly the same distance apart on each side. Then let's do that same thing with this one. This one is a distance of 4. So then from that line, we want to go a distance of 4 in the other direction, right? And put our point right there. Then our last point is this corner up here, which is a distance of 1, 2, 3, 4 away as well. So then we want to go 4 away the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can put a point right there for that one. Now I'll just connect the dots, and my new image is a reflection of the old image over the y-axis. On the next page, we'll talk about the points. We'll come back to it and kind of talk about the points and how they change the coordinates themselves. But for now, we're just going to count. Okay, the second one here, we're reflecting across the x-axis. So I just mentioned the x-axis is the horizontal axis here, our x-axis. So we're going to take our shape and reflect it upside down over the x-axis. So our shape has 4 corners. How do I move a corner across the x-axis if it's on the x-axis? What's going to happen to that point of our quadrilateral right there? Is it going to move any distance down below? It's already on 0, so that means it's just going to stay on 0. It has 0 distance away from that axis. So same thing with this point. It's right on the axis, so we're not going to move it at all. It just stays right there. So the important points to move are this one here. I'm going to go ahead and throw the coordinates on there to go up a little bit. So left, 1, 2, 3, up 5. So left 3, up 5 is that point. And this point here is left 2, up 5. So that means the points going the other direction are going to be the same distance that these are. So the x distances are -3 and -2. So I'm going to do that exact same distance, but instead of going up 5, it's going to go down 5. And then this one is also going to be the same -2, but down 5 instead of up 5. So then if I connect those 4 points together, I have the image reflected over the x-axis. Pretty easy so far, right? Let's keep going. Now this has us switching this. Instead of reflecting it over the x or y axis, we're reflecting it over other lines. I hope you're paying attention to this. So we're going to reflect this one over the line x equals 1. Does anyone remember where the line x equals 1 is? So x equals one is just a straight line. Is it a horizontal line or a vertical line? Remember when we have x equals a number, if that's going to be a horizontal line or a vertical line? Think about where the x values are. Where do we go if x equals 1? Would we go left or right or up or down? For x equals 1, where would we go with that? If our x value to what direction? To go up. Okay, so do our y value, our x values go up and down, or do our x values go left and right? There we go. So if it's a positive one, it's going to go where? Right one. So the line x equals 1 is a vertical line where x equals 1. So I know that's kind of weird because the y-axis is this vertical line right here. That's where x equals 0. The line x equals 1 is right next to x equals 0, but it's not the y-axis. It's x equals 1. All right, let's go ahead and move our points. So see how this point is 1 away from the green line. We're not going from the axis anymore. We're going from the green line, which is at 1. So we're doing a distance of 1 to here. And then that looks like it's 4. So that's going to be 4 to there. And then this one up here, the distance of 3 to the green line. So that'll be right there. If I draw that in, does that look like the reflection is happening over the line x equals 1? Does that put the green line right in the middle between the two? The reflection over it. Does that look right? So all I did is I counted 1, 1, 4, 4, 3, 3, kept everything at the same height. Oh, this one looks complicated. Let's try it. I'm going to start with my line at y equals -1. So since x equals 1 was a line to the right, where do you think y equals -1 is going to be a line? To the left. So that would be if it was x equals -1, it would be to the left. Since it's y equals -1, it's actually going to be a horizontal line from below. What do we got here? Now this one looks complicated. This point is 2 above the green line. So how far do I need to go below? 2 below the green line, right? I'm just counting. This one up here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the green line, not from the axis. So then I need to go 5 this direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's that point. If I wanted to, at this point, I could connect those together, because that line is matching up with this line. So that might be helpful to do that. If we go to this point right here, that one's like 1, 2.5. So that means I need to go down 1, 2.5, about right there. And then this one right here is from the green line 1, 2, 3, 4. So from the green line 1, 2, 3, 4. So now if I follow where the lines connect, I would connect those two like that and connect that like that. So far, is that looking like the reflection over the green line? I'm going to step back and look at your picture, make sure it looks like it's happening correctly. Okay, next I'm going to go over to this point right here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to connect to that there. Then let's do this point here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts that point. Oh, but I need to line it up with the other one. It needs to be straight across. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those connect there to match that line with that one. I think I've got all the points in there. All I need is one more line to match it. All right, how did we do? Did we look like we got the reflection over the line y equals -1? So that if we were to fold it here, the red shape and blue shape would line up on top of each other, right? Got kind of these sometimes. All right, let's practice and see if we've got the hang of this.